Welcome everybody to the Situation Room. Yes, no music again, but this time it's because it's a heated night. People are saying heated. What's so heated about it? If you read the update notes, you know exactly what's heated. And you know, I don't even know how to explain how it got so heated.
Oh boy.
Would it be Kickside stupidity?
No kidding.
Mm. Or is it just plain ass crap? I don't know who's giving me feedback at the moment, but mute for a second.
Oh no.
Let me introduce who we got here right now. More will be joining, I guarantee. So we got Rycon, we got Sandman. I intentionally found, grabbed, pulled, tugged the immortal Dr. Phil to make sure you were on for this one, Doc.
Hello, Doc.
By the way, it's congratulations on actually having a life away from.
Yeah.
But and of course myself. Now I know there's going to be more popping in and out of here. All this is going to get a little heated, and that's the way it's supposed to. But Doc, I don't know about you, but I'm concerned.
Yeah. So am I.
Let's start with the release notes, Doc. Take it away, and let's see what goes on.
Well, the release notes are pretty bare, to be honest. And we'll get into why in a minute. I'm saving PvP to last. So, to Joyce in the thawing of the frozen infamy, the season of glorious PvP is upon us. The glorious is debatable. Ooh, come
Hold
on.
on, I'll fix it. Hold on.
God damn it.
Sorry.
Can't get the staff these days. It'll be 1 month of action-packed PvP madness. Madness being the operative word. Back after a short break and can't wait for you to heat up again. Again, heat being the operative word. Implementing some changes to balance the leaderboards, infamy exchange, and platoon versus platoon combat. The start date was today, the 30th, after the downtime, and ending Wednesday, June the 26th at 11 a.m. That's, of course, PDT. Okay, content changes. Here's the fun bit. Advanced materials. Sectors have been proven to be rich materials and new resources have been unearthed. Advanced materials are entering the fold and deposits are popping up all across the sectors. Blah, blah, blah. Chance to harvest the new materials and get a leg up on your greedy neighbors. Advanced material deposits are the only way to upgrade your advanced structures, so claim them while you can. Metal and oil deposits. Only, 8 years in?
Something like that.
Remove the old oil and metal depots from the world map and replace them with newer, updated versions. These versions will have higher payouts, but are only available during PvP Season 14. Here are some quick notes about the new metal and oil deposits. 100 million resource on capture, 350 that's a 6, not a 3. 350,000 resources on holding them, which equates to 50.4 million per day. Grants on holding resources every 10 minutes. 800 million resource on expiration. So there's a fair chunk in there, but it's just sounds like a shitty excuse for a shitty thing that they can't actually get rid of. That brings me upon to my first ream of notes for this evening.
Let it rip, Doc. Let it rip.
Oh, we're gonna. The advanced material deposits. Sectors have been proven to be rich in materials, and we've already read that, so they pasted that in twice. How it works. The advanced material deposits are locations available within sectors on the world map. No shit. These bases can be held by rival players or rogue factions. You'll need to destroy the deposit and take control from the rival player and rogue factions. Once you seize control of the deposit, you'll be rewarded with an initial prize of advanced materials, and the deposit's extraction timer will restart. You'll receive the advanced materials in intervals as indicated by the drip timer. The extraction timer will continue to reset and line up the next set of materials as long as you control the deposit. There are 2 ways to lose control. The deposit timer falls to 0 and the deposit leaves the sector, or a rival player attacks and destroys the deposit and now gains control. This is the bit that annoyed me. Retaliation is encouraged. Of course, with these things, it always will be. Defeating an enemy of either kind to regain the deposit will grant you with another reward of advanced materials and, of course, the control for the duration of the deposit timer until the next attack. So the initial payout is 1,000. Advanced materials retaking is 100. Final extraction is 1250. The extraction timer is 10 minutes. The extraction rate is 750. And the deposit timer is 1 hour. And your storage capacity at this current time is 50,000 advanced materials. Now, I'm going to ask you a question. What does this remind you of?
Old days. The old days.
Old day thorium.
Yep.
You've seen it before.
Yeah, but as they said it back in the time, if it wasn't broke, they should have fixed it.
Yep.
Because the only time Kickside puts their hands into it, we know it gets broken.
Yeah. Now, what it doesn't say is, can you or can you not remove these resources from the player's base? Nobody has come out and said that. I have scoured the forums for answers, found none. I have scoured the Discord for answers, ironically, and found none. And it goes back to the same shit we've dealt with before through Kixeye's MO when Kixeye introduced thorium. It was supposed to be for instant upgrades and instant tech and instant this and instant that and instant everything else. And it's gone.
Well, see, they made thorium pretty much, it is instant now. And I'm glad they finally actually held up to that word. But in my mind, this is just another way to extend upgrade times with a new resource. But now, you see, they're not saying anything's instant right off the bat. So you know these are going to be days and days of upgrades.
Of course they are. It's the same bloody thing. Kixeye started well, then went on the shitter, then tried to bring it back, and all it's done is become another resource to farm. It never used to be that way. You didn't need thorium to do absolutely fucking everything. Now you do. You need to build new units. For a start, I think they took the thorium builds away from buildings, but again, it's not good enough. It was never good enough then when it all got changed and they took away the deposits. That wars were fought over thorium, for God's sake. It doesn't say when they're going to turn up. Are they going to be only on there for days? Are they going to be there permanently? I mean, the set of information that is being provided here is a joke. When are they going to start coming on the map? Are they on the map now?
No, tomorrow. So they made this the banner on the top of the thing says advanced material deposits will be live on May 31st at 10 a.m. Pacific time.
So that's 6 p.m. GMT for anybody wondering. So it'll be the middle of a bloody evening by the time it starts out.
Pretty much.
Well, for me anyway. I don't understand why Kixeye continually have to come across with these stupid resources. Oh, you're going to need this to build this, and you're going to need this to build this. Why not stick with the standard that you've had for years? Oh no, the games get stale, nobody's playing anymore, so we're going to have to make them farm more. And you say what? Because nobody's come out and said anything positive about this. I haven't heard a damn word. And I have poked around at the usual places that I get my information from and got nothing. Which is a bad sign. And when there is no communication, nothing can be done. But at the moment, we're not going to find out anything more about this until tomorrow or when they start putting out new buildings. Which, of course, is going to need new buildings are coming. So are you going to have storage buildings? Is it going to be platforms? Is it going to be what? What's next?
Good question. Oh, well, we're going to have a storage building. That's just a must. They're going to have it.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a must-have. It's going to be a must-need.
I mean, I'm not going to want to farm it every time they come out. Every time I need to do an upgrade, and I guess this thing's going to have like 5 levels for the new platforms. Never mind anything else needs to upgrade with the Gen 2s. So yeah, it's going to need a storage building of some type.
Yeah, I know. I went over the last week's notes just to get myself up to speed a little and saw what they were doing. It's not going to go well.
No.
People don't use resource producers for that bloody reason. They were never good enough from the beginning, from the outset. Even now, I highly doubt you can get the same amount of resources that you need than going and hitting rogues. It just doesn't work that way. There is literally, at this point in time, zero need for new depots.
No, we didn't want them. I am glad to see them reduce it, Doc, because that opens more spawn points. And from what I'm understanding, a few full sectors aren't full anymore, so
Give
in
it
my
time.
mind, yeah, they're gonna find all the new spots and they're gonna take care of that real quick. But yeah, it's a interesting situation to say the least, in my opinion.
Indeed. Again, it's another one of Kickside never consulted anybody, never asked, didn't put out a preview server.
Why would they do any of this, Doc? Oh wait, because they would want to talk to the people that play this game.
Yeah, they want to be forward and transparent with the community, like they always preach that they are. And in the grand scheme of things, you're not. You don't tell anybody that you're going to do this. You don't make suggestions. You don't put out polls. You don't put out preview servers anymore. You just do it. And either we revolt and cause a massive fucking stink about the whole damn thing, or we sit back and swallow it.
Now, from what I saw in the Discord, War Commander Discord, that is, earlier today, I'm going to be honest with you. This was not the topic everybody was going after, but I think it's one of those topics that's going to get overlooked because of the topic of the future. But it is a topic that people should be realizing that this is what Kickside does when they don't want, they don't want to say, hey, we got new upgrade times. No, we just brought out something new for you. And then when we start doing the math, it's like, shit, we got a lot more upgrade times.
They did it to Vega with their material situation and their upgrade shit for stuff that shouldn't have happened to begin with. That's a fucking entire tangent for another day. But they've gone down the Battle Pirates route with this one. The game came out, you had your standard resources to go and do whatever you needed to get done. Then you have your thorium for your unit upgrades and your tech upgrades and shit like that. And then all of a sudden, Battle Pirates got they got uranium, because it's all one of those things, and Kixeye can't seem to come up with a fucking original idea. And not so long about that, there was a huge split between people upgrading their bases and people building and upgrading ships, and it got worse. So Kixeye came up with the idea of implementing something they called base parts that would allow you to speed up construction of your turrets and shit inside your base that could be shortened with base parts. And for a time, it seemed to work. Oh, but then new stuff came out that you could only use base parts on, and that still had a big fucking timer attached to it. So to upgrade the building to the next level, it required these advanced materials to get it done. And honestly, by the time this comes to War Commander, I give it about 3 to 6 months before this shit starts happening. I may be off, but I'm usually not. And this is all in the fucking reams of pages of notes that I've got this evening. You can expect it. You can expect it to start looking good and then go horribly wrong. And that's it. It baffles me that they think they can get away with this again, to be perfectly frank. Any questions?
No, I'm good.
All right, I stepped away for 1 second because this is not a surprise. Kixeye wasn't getting what they wanted out of the thorium because everybody, has figured out how to do the thorium bases, or knows how to do the thorium bases, or knows how to get thorium. They had to come up with something else for us to farm. They found it.
Yeah, they did, and it's not going to end well for them. And I have a funny feeling that this is one of the resources that you won't be able to farm from people's bases.
Yeah, I got that same feeling because they want us to start, being able to hit bases that they can control. And let's face it, thorium is definitely, hey, I'd rather hit people than thorium.
Who said that earlier on? Somebody said they only get thorium from players rather than farming it.
I think pretty much everybody's going that way. The only ones that are getting, the ones that are upset are the people that are,
who are getting farmed.
Yeah. I think I got yelled at by Riotcon to make sure I stay out of this honey hole sector for thorium.
Well, there are always three kinds of people who play games like this. Those who farm,
right?
Those who get farmed,
right?
And guys like us who farm them.
That sums it up.
And that's the life cycle. Because that's genuinely what it is.
That sums it up. I mean, it's exactly what's going on.
That's all I ever did. What do they mean by passively earning infamy while not a bubble? We're getting on to PvP shortly.
Oh, God. Yeah,
I just wanted to beat this with a horse for a while. And just emphasize the point that it's going to be terrible.
It's not going to be fun, that's for sure, but we'll be back to farming more. But, hey, you know what, Doc, you might as well unload the PvP bomb and let's get it rolling on that.
We got to do it.
We do.
Okay. Now we're going to take this one piece at a time.
Oh, we can't pull it like a Band-Aid?
No.
It's so painful no matter what at this point.
At this point, what you're doing is you've got a fucking 6-inch gash on your arm and you're trying to put like 14 Band-Aids on it to try and, because you've got no bandages in the house, no gauze, no tape, no nothing. You can't even super glue the fucking thing shut. This is how fucking, at this point, you may as well just cut your fucking arm off to spite your face. This is how terrible this is. Kixeye, before we go into this, Kickstarter have always been, oh, we want to make things fairer for all players. And I've always stated that that's a big fat fucking lie. And you're going to be lied to your face the entire time they keep trying to push this shit in your face. Oh, but we put out offers for players and we do this and we do that. Yeah, you do. But it all costs green.
Green? Why are we spending green?
Yeah, why are we spending green? By green, I mean dollars. Because gold just isn't good enough no more.
No, that's right. Gold's not good enough.
Because that's how it is. You see a half decent offer sometimes. You think to yourself, it looks good. I might buy it, and then you just don't. But the infamy situation, I'm not entirely sure if they implemented their ridiculous little system that they were going to talk about.
Everything that's posted is running as we speak.
Did they ever decide to? Did they? What is it? Inflate the infamy?
Yes, they did.
Oh,
and let's talk about this first. They did not go 20K, Doc.
I didn't think they would.
They, I guess, realized there was going to be a lot of pissed off people with already what they intended.
10.
So we are looking at, for Gold 1 is now 8K, Gold 2 is 6K, Gold 3 is 3,600, Silver 1 is 2,800, Silver 2 is 2,100, Silver 3 is 1,500, and Bronze is 1 to 1,500. But what they did, they implemented top players now. And the top player is going to get something at the end of the season. Top 50 is going to get something at the end of the season. And the top 500 are going to get something at the end of the season.
Yeah, that's not good.
Well, what's kind of concerning to me...
It's divisive. It is divisive immediately, right off the gate.
Well, what concerns me is... it happened within the first hour, somebody had 10K. 10K in the first hour.
I'm the same person by the time I got in, which was maybe about 2 hours ago now, maybe? He was on nearly 18,000.
I'm going there now to see where he's at. Right now, number 1 has 36,000.
Jesus Christ.
Dang.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. 36,000 infamy, not 100,000.
What level is he?
Level 48. We got the second place guy's got 22,000 infamy. Level 45. Number 3 has got another 22,000.
And we're less than, what, 6 hours in?
Oh, Doc, I think we just might have hit the 6 hour mark. But no, because we had still over an hour downtime. So we're 5 hours in, give or take.
Christ on a bike.
And the guy that's sitting at 1 for a while, he's still at 17.
Yeah, I think he finally logged off. And then what Kickside said is they said they've looked into this. They checked this player. And they said, oh, it's a whole lot of hitting. That's great. I guess that's what we want, hitting going on.
Yeah, hitting is nice. And all the usual bollocks that goes with that. But it's also inflated.
Yeah,
Massively inflated.
Yeah.
And this proves it.
Oh, it really does prove it big time. But what people don't realize, there's no boost running. This is not an infamy boost weekend. This is Kickside's new system right off the bat. And somebody told me, he goes, where did they get this idea? Where did they pull these numbers? I got no answers for you because I literally was fighting another battle in Discord. And
Nobody knows.
because exactly, nobody knows where they got this. This
I
is
don't.
they pulled this out of somewhere, and hey, look, the benefit, like Storm Chaser said directly to a few people today. Uh, the fact of the matter is, it's a short PvP season. This is a test. Basically, if they don't like it, they're going to rip it out. If they like it, they're going to throw it in. So, right or wrong, right now this is a month. They're not going to change nothing in the next 30 or 26 days, 17 hours, and 33 minutes. They're not.
Which one of the fucking peons was it that said we don't see the big picture?
I don't know. That didn't come to me. That went to somebody else.
Somebody
I
said
think
said it earlier that one of Kick-Size peons said that the players don't see the big picture.
I think it was Friendly Fixer.
That guy can suck a dick.
Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was him.
It sounds like something that would come out of his prepubescent mouth, to be perfectly honest.
Tim, I don't agree with the Skittle Kid comment on this one for once.
What did
The
he say?
Skittle Kids were in there arguing with about most of the stuff that was showing. So I'm not going to say the Skittle Kids caused this because I don't believe they did. I truly believe this was Kick-Sides picking and choosing what they wanted to hear and then changing to what they thought. Because, I mean, I was in Discord. I watched one of my members fight in Discord for hours against Friendly Fixer and against Storm Chaser about something that hasn't even come up yet, which we'll get to. But in general, I've seen nobody was happy with what they. No one was. I guess you could say nobody was perfectly happy with anything that really rolled out, but there was a few things they could have settled with. The 8,000 honor or infamy, everybody could have settled with. The top players getting paid extra, we could settle with. We could settle with most of the stuff that was there. This inflated infamy is only going to make next season them changing numbers again, in my opinion.
How's it going, guys?
Yeah, and the numbers will change down.
Hey, Debo.
Debo.
And it will be terrible.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do. They increase it, and they've increased it to a point that is so inflated, infamy is now pointless. You could probably hit 10 bases, get 10K, and be done for the month.
Yep.
I can't argue with that. How am I supposed to argue with that?
You can't. It's me.
I love it. This whole new rollout definitely killed PvP.
It killed it.
Yep.
I seen Scooby in the Discord, and I didn't comment to him. But he said goodbye to everybody. I don't know if it was a temporary thing or pissed off thing. Probably pissed off thing, and I don't blame him.
Now, somebody remarked on that earlier on, not a couple of hours ago, and I read the comment. And I've known Scooby for a long time, and he's a huge PvP guy. He always has been, and I wouldn't talk bad about him anyway. And he knows that, but he's not moved. People have remarked the fact that he has not moved. He hasn't gone up in infamy at all. And I don't expect him to.
Yeah.
Not for a while, anyway.
If it's Scooby, he might get a hair up his ass to come back. But when I talk to him one-on-one in a message, he has other plans in case this stuff happened. And, well, he just might be doing those plans exactly like he said to me. Now, I don't wish to see that happen because I like Scooby as a player, not particularly playing against him. Don't get me wrong, but as a person, I mean, he can be a fun opponent. I mean, he challenges you to get your base better. He challenges you to hit him better, to use more skill. I mean, overall in general, but in my mind, this is just a pure stab in PvP.
Honestly, it is, and we've not even got past the first fucking paragraph yet.
I don't think it's going to get much better because when I get to the part that pissed me off, I'll definitely have something to say.
Me too.
All right. Well, we'll start with the standard payout, which is the same shit as it usually is, which we've already gone over. What I instantly have a disagreement with is the payout for the top players. It's an instant disagreement. Yes, there is nothing wrong with giving people who can get that high on the board.
Hold on, Doc. I'm gonna bring up this comment. PvP complete. The one says PvP completely killed. I done 17K in like 4 hours, hitting rank 20 bases.
Level 20 bases.
Level 20.
Yep.
4 hours gave him 17K.
Fuck me running.
And if he hits somebody right now with 17K, you know how much he takes?
No,
No.
how much?
180.
So what's the fucking point of hitting somebody with the honor?
There is no point, which is why I said it killed PvP.
PvP's over.
Flat
Go
out,
on and hit your
flat
dead
out,
bases.
if he has 17K and he hit somebody else with 17K, that person should lose at least $3,000.
Oh, absolutely. And
Or
you
at
know
least
what?
1,000.
You know what this
No.
reminds me of? Warpath.
Yep.
Hit dead bases all you want, everybody. Don't hit a live one. Not worth it, though.
It's not. Why would somebody want to walk into my base knowing what I have in there compared to 3 level 30s that have nothing?
Phil, I wanted Phil, not Doc. Phil in Discord, YouTube. I wanted to say if they lose Scooby, they may go broke, but it's not gonna help the numbers on the board. That's for sure.
Well, Storm Chase, if Scooby quits, Storm Chase is not getting his Christmas bonus this year. But of course, that's just another one of my things.
Hey, Hillary, good to see you out there. Look, right now, this is looking like a warpath. They took the warpath numbers and said, hey, let's do it this way, and this is what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like a giant sack of shit.
I think I'm just going to go hit dead bases from now on. Fuck it.
Yep.
Yep.
And for those of you who don't care, get your AK and stop.
That's it. You know what? That's not a bad thing, but you know me, I'll screw around and keep hitting dead bases because I get bored easily.
Yeah. Get
Oh,
yourself
so-
in a nice tier and just sit there and do nothing.
Well, I mean, you got to guarantee that the top 1 through 50 spots are all going to be people boosting themselves up with multiple accounts. So
Easily.
there's no way to actually compete with that as an honest player.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why not? You know, my personal opinion on the whole matter is get my AK, call it a day.
Go 8, go 10, just to give yourself a buffer zone.
Why?
done.
If I'm only going to lose 150 when somebody hits me, why does it matter?
It is pointless. And this whole fucking reward system is just going to make those people who don't play honestly and can't play honestly to get all this fucking. There are probably a handful of people that would get there in a legitimate fashion.
Well, right now, if you look at Kickside's view, what don't you call legitimate? Well, I don't call people hitting their alts like 100 times a day legitimate.
And infamy swapping.
Not even have the infamy swap. I'll just keep popping my alts and just keep hitting them all fucking day long.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. Oh, yeah, that's to get to terms of service. Yeah, but you guys haven't banned anybody for that in forever. So, you know, I know that's going on. We all know that's going on.
Oh, here's the thing. I got a dead base. I'll jump my base to Roy and let him hit that all fucking day long.
Oh, sounds like a plan to me.
It's not against terms of service. I am another player. What's wrong with that?
Hell, I got a clan of 50 or 60 or so members. I'll just let's keep trading all fucking day long. You're not taking enough. We can just keep trading all fucking day long. You're not taking from each other. You're just giving.
Now, Roy, is that tag thing still in effect for that? Or
Yeah, you know that tag thing's in effect. But hey, Kickstarter already thought of that. We'll make the tags benefit. Well, yeah, you know how many fucking tags a clan can make?
As many as they fucking well please.
What about the limit? Was there still a limit on how many times you can hit somebody?
No.
Okay, I thought there was like twice a week thing. I remember it being brought up. I don't know if it was ever actually in effect.
That was
They
never
wanted
implemented.
to put that in effect, but people in war zones were actually like, which makes sense. If you're in a war zone, this guy keeps popping it and he keeps fucking fighting. Who's to say I need to stop hitting him?
Exactly.
So there's a pro and con to that. But right now, the pro and con is flat out, let's be honest, it's a fuck up.
a massive fuck up.
But you never know. Well, let's see. You know, they're going to let this run for a month. They'll get their numbers. They'll figure it out. We might see some hell of a changes come next month.
Phil just called this a permanent warpath. Phil, you are 100%. This is basically a month-long warpath. That's basically what we're facing. The only thing that's not
It's a
going
multiple
on.
warpath without the warpath rules.
Yeah, basically our bubbles are the only thing that's different.
Well,
Continue,
you know how
Doc. Continue.
Well, it takes me right into it. I mean, we've been talking about this and haven't even hit the fucking top layer of the sandwich, so to speak.
You mean the
I
top
don't-
pile of shit?
Yeah, I don't agree with the fucking top 50 earning between 700,000 and 800,000 fucking medals for a start off. Giving players like that more incentive to basically exploit their way up the leaderboard. You can't say fucking that people aren't legitimate after that. Well, yeah, you can. Because we all know full well.
Kickside made all the guys that'll sit there and farm themselves legitimate. That's all they did. And
Yeah.
to comment on Tim's comment in YouTube, he says, "I love the blue crack." You know what? It's in your case, you love the blue pills, not the blue crack. All right, go ahead, Doc.
Who doesn't like Viagra? I'm sorry.
Exactly.
The new payouts will replace the old models and start with season 14 and continue afterwards. So basically, what they've done is taken away the 3 tiers that they came up with that we said "fuck you," we're not doing it, and came up with this shit instead,
Correct.
and then limited it to 500 people.
Correct.
So if you're not one of those 500 buttheads, then you don't get shit
Correct.
other than your standard reward that you get anyway.
Correct. I get it.
So again, case in point, no point doing PvP. PvP is dead. We've gone over the infamy exchange, and that's a fucking joke. And it doesn't create a more balanced exchange. It's just gone and fucked with just about everything. Go back to the drawing board and start again. What could be more infamous than provoking your enemies while still making yourself a target? Cowards who hide behind bubbles have been sitting on top of the leaderboards for too long. I missed this one. This is a recent addition. In recognition of the gladiators who live for battle, your infamy will now grow when your bubble is popped. Periodically, throughout the day, you will receive a small amount of infamy as long as you remain unbubbled. The higher the infamy, the more you will gain. Inactive players will stop receiving this bonus no matter how long they are left unbubbled. We are excited about this new feature, and we'll be tweaking it throughout the season as we evolve within the community. So, what? So being in a bubble, you don't get anything, but not being in a bubble, you get a tiny amount of infamy.
In a way, this is good because we were getting upset with them because they were talking about penalizing us for being in a bubble. So they found a way around it. And I don't mind the idea of staying out of a bubble and getting infamy because, that's not a bad idea. It really isn't.
Nope.
But what bugs me is some of these people that literally hide in a dead sector all day long are now going to get some.
Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like you, little bitch. No. I'll tell you what, anybody that's hit Devo's base has earned anything they get. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Whether they do it,
Whether they want to or not, half the time.
yeah, it's whether what they come out with is more or less the question. No, keep going, Doc.
Well, it comes right down to this particular point of contention. Platoon versus platoon.
Oh, fuck, here we go.
And again, they did this without consulting actual PvP players. None of these whiny fucking cocksuckers who sit in Discord all day and chat bollocks with their stupid little fucking golden commander ranks or whatever the fuck they want to call themselves.
Wait a minute, Doc. I can't blame them because they even fucking blew up in there. They blew up in there in such ways that I was actually proud to say Skittle Kids actually had balls.
I don't give a fuck about them. Here's the thing. You want me to take the opinion of people that don't play the game naturally. They sit back, they do fuck all, and they bitch and whine when it doesn't go their way. That's all they do. I don't want a PvP, I don't want to do this, I want to do that. Okay, we'll make it easier for you. Have a bunch of infamy during Warpath. Have a bunch of honor during this PvP season. And I've got them mixed up. I know I have, and I've done that on purpose. Because it says so right here in my notes.
It might as well be Warpath now.
Exactly. And I fucked myself, so I've lost my spot. I did. I tried to correct my own fuck up, and it didn't go well. But when you're listening to people who don't play the game in a natural way, they don't do PvP properly. They sit back, they farm, and they bitch and complain. And that's the kind of people the Kixeye have to deal with, because people who don't do that, who don't sit in Discord 24 hours a day and don't have that fucking stupid golden colonel ranks and commander ranks in their stupid system, or have a pink fucking moderator sticker slapped on them. They don't care. As far as Kixeye are concerned, we are nothing to them. It's those people who are in Discord constantly who don't do shit. They don't know how to play the game properly. They don't fit their units properly. Their bases are shit. Their units are shit. They haven't upgraded enough. And by the time it comes to when people put out videos of bases and shit like that, there's always one little bellend who usually has that golden fucking thing across his face. Well, oh, I haven't got that. Or I don't have that level. What are you doing? How are you doing this? How are you not spotting something that is so close to your fucking face you could see it if it had moron tattooed inside your eyelids? Okay, I'm going to calm down now. So, on to the case in point. Kixeye aren't listening to us, they are listening to the dicks and the morons and the skittle kids and the fuckwits and the arsewipes who don't mean jack shit and bring nothing to the game. And we've had the discussion about the platoons in Discord a couple of hours ago, and it didn't go well. And it hasn't gone well so far. Both the attacker and the defender are now limited to a single ground platoon with full access to the PvP air platoon.
Bullshit. Ryacon and I did a little test earlier.
Mm-hmm.
He hit my buggy. I hit his buggy. When I attacked him, I had my PvP air. That was it, which is bullshit, because that's not the air tune that's set up for sniping for me. So that kind of sucked. Then when but he couldn't deploy anything to defend, and we were told they were supposed to be able to. So then we reversed roles just to do the test to make sure it wasn't a fluke, and yeah, we can't.
Yeah, the defender is supposed to have access to their PvP air. And apparently, by obviously what I said, he did not. And now, we've all talked about the retreat button for a long time. Some people have wanted it removed, some people want it to stay, some people wanted it to not happen at all.
Some want it turned sideways and shove up somebody's ass.
That too. And what they've done now
stuck in it
is attackers have lost the ability to end the battle, but now both the attacker and the defender have the option to retreat. This concedes the battle and retreats the platoon back to the base.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I think that's bullshit.
Yep.
So what? So what does that do?
So that means you can't drop in an owl, put it up in the corner, and hold somebody's tune.
No more.
And once you deploy that owl, your ground tune will go in also.
No, it goes in no matter what. Because when I attacked you, As soon as I went to pick which air, I didn't even get to deploy it. My buggy was already marching fucking in on its own. And I'm like, what the fuck? So, yes, they're auto-deploying our tunes for us. So that means, say I grab Debo's heavy tune, and I got a little tune of Fairlinks, which I will use this night. Guess what's going to fucking happen? I get DC'd, my fucking Fairlinks march in, Debo kills him and laughs his ass off.
Yeah.
Debo, can you picture this? Because it sounds like something very
Oh,
familiar.
yeah. I can already see this, and I can already hear that laugh.
I can hear that laugh too. That's what scares me.
So,
And-
what is the actual point of this?
I don't know yet. And
I don't see one. What was wrong with the 60-second deploy rule?
I don't know. And that's one of the things that's where Friendly Fiction says you guys don't see the big picture. Fuck, we don't. I don't think you see it how to play this fucking game, sir.
Here we go, Friendly Picture. I've looked at the picture. I've looked underneath the picture. I've looked behind the picture. I've looked in all the fucking corners under the picture frame. I've taken the picture frame apart, smashed it to pieces, and I still don't see what retarded bullshit you're talking about.
Debo, you played both sides of this game. You played Super Farmer. You played PvP. You played both sides.
Oh yeah.
Do you see a point of this at all?
No. The tune thing specifically. To be honest with you, I'm willing to give it a shot. The only thing that really I really disagree with is the fact that they're limiting you on just your PvP air.
Agreed.
I think that's pretty ridiculous. Just because of the fact that we have 4 different fucking air platoons.
Well,
So
and not only that, it's hard enough to find these fucking detonators with being selective of whatever the fuck we want. But now you're telling me everything I got to find detonators has got to be in my PvP only.
correct, and that's where my
Fuck
big
that!
But they're going to need to give us another PvP air tune then.
That sounds right. Let's do that.
or 3.
Or 3.
Oh, well, how long have we been asking for another PvP air tune?
Well, here's the thing. I'll take another PvP air tune, but they better not take away another fucking PvP ground tune again.
Oh, they're going to. Don't even.
There's plenty of empty boxes underneath that fucking first row.
Oh, yeah. Same
They're
with raid
going to.
platoons. They could do that. Do they do it? No. Because kicks are dicks.
How dare you call them what they are?
I call a spade a spade. It ain't gonna change. Just
But
because I
I
don't play and I'm sporadic in my attendance.
I want to know where they come up with these ideas. I asked them, right? I swear to God, I asked the Discord, what drugs are they on? And then one of my members goes, whatever drugs they're on, can they please have some?
Yeah, I'd like to fucking find out what kind of fucking shit they're smoking for this. Because this is way beyond crack.
This is some good shit. I'll tell you that right now.
They're fucking lacing the shit with acid. Jesus
What?
Christ.
Honestly, guys, the whole panel, anybody has a legit answer to this. What is the point of auto deploying?
Nothing.
Nothing. It sucks.
It's more repair.
Yep.
I know. I've seen it many times in Discord today. It's a money grab. They're hoping you don't catch that tune going in there and it gets shot, blown up, and destroyed, and you've got to repair it. That they're hoping you coin it. It's a fucking money grab.
Once it's in there, you can't retreat it either.
I would. You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna go ahead and go backwards on you on this one as well. I would not mind that feature if both players were allowed to use air. If you want to do an auto, aggro on your ground tune, then me as a defender, just because you hit the A key faster than I did, doesn't mean I shouldn't be able to use my air as well.
Yeah.
But then we're opening up the game of air-to-air battles and everything else, and I don't know if they're actually ready for that, and that could be the issue why it's not like that. But it's just the fact that, I mean, I think I can actually get on board with the auto ground thing going in.
There is some air-to-air already. It's not a lot.
It's in your base.
Yeah, pretty much. That's it.
Your airfield.
but it's
Yeah.
it's very small.
No.
It's not a lot, but it might be the next way forward.
No, who knows?
I mean, I'm pretty sure, like I said, because of the fact that we already do it in our bases, and if you look at some of the, the fucking, oh shit, brain fart, the Survivor fucking airplane. What the hell is it called?
Siege.
Gunship.
Gunship.
You can go into the gunship bases and they have auto gunships on it, on defend or whatever. They just keep circling the base until they find you and aggro towards you. So you can do air to air, with those. So I mean, it's definitely a possibility. It just, like I said, to restrict one side and not the other is kind of bullshit in my opinion.
I think right now, auto deploying my shit is a problem. But everybody's got a point of view. But right now, nobody's point of view says, I like this option. I haven't seen anybody say that. All right, keep going, Doc.
I think other than the fact that the rewards are shit, and I don't agree with the top 500, top 50, top 1 deal, there's pretty much nothing left.
Well, how about the fact that you do not have to pop your bubble anymore to snipe?
But if you look at it was in the very last one, Dr. Phil.
Yep, that last line of the notes.
Oh shit! I have to go back.
You do not have to pop your bubble to snipe. So that means
Yeah, but if you scroll up to the last paragraph about infamy, it says where if you're in the bubble, you won't get infamy. But if you snipe a tune, and if you have infamy and the person has infamy, you're going to get infamy while you're in the bubble.
Yep.
What's in PvP?
It's in the
Oh, for God's
PvP.
sake.
I think you're in the wrong notes, Doc.
No, I'm in the right notes. They keep moving shit around.
Tommy, what the hell are you doing, Doc?
I'm looking for the bubble thing.
Yeah,
The last line, Doc.
Ah, fucking hell.
just before the individual payouts.
Yeah, I see it. It's right. It's been staring me in the face for like 5 fucking minutes, and I keep reading over it. It's there. I can see it. It's right there.
Now, Debo, what do you think of that?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize they're gaining infamy from that. I thought that I thought the PV or the tune to tune battles were no longer paying out infamy.
No.
Well, shit.
Yeah, that's pretty much horseshit.
So they're contradicting themselves. In the last section that he said, if you're in a bubble, you're not getting infamy. But right there, they're telling you you're getting infamy if you're in a bubble sniping a tune.
So let me think about this. That's bullshit. That's the wrong note. I think that might be the wrong note.
No, that's the right note, because it is bullshit.
Guys, I can't agree with almost half of what they're doing. And Kickside is just coming up. I don't know where they pulled this from. Did they pull it from their ass? I think pulling it from their ass is giving them credit.
No, I think what they did was got really, really desperate and pulled it out of the back of the couch.
I can't validate anything what they're saying. I can't. Now I literally can jump to another sector and just keep sniping all fucking day long.
I can't believe
Only
that.
for 36 hours if you took a 3-star ahead of time.
So hey, let me get bubble, play 1 gold, and go snipe all fucking day long. What are you gonna do to me?
Nothing.
Let me think about this. And I'm still gaining infamy too.
For 36 hours,
For 36
you're
hours.
safe. You can chat all the shit you want, murder as many tunes as you like, and nothing will happen.
and that's a problem.
Ooh, I want to put that. Now I really want to put that to the test.
Go to it and let me know how it goes.
Yeah. Go find somebody first to flatten you. That's the thrill. Be the hard part.
I'll empty my base for that one. First come, first serve. I'll empty the base, empty everything.
Oh shit! The point
Just
is
go park next to Roy. He'll do it for you.
Oh yeah. Park next to me. I like having people on my attack log. You know what's going to happen? My tune's going to pull up to him, and go fuck you, and go back home. Look.
Nope. Not doing it. Go ahead. See you later. What?
Yeah. Look,
Get in there.
Kickside is supposed to be listening to the players. And we want them to listen to us, and we try to work with them. Now, in the past, I have had drag-outs and fights and screaming matches with them. And then my members have better relationships, having nice conversations, and then get kicked in the teeth by them. It doesn't matter how we address them. They're still not fucking listening to us. I mean, they are not listening to us. No one in this panel, I guarantee, has said, hey, I want my stuff to auto-deploy. Or I want my bubble to stay, but I want to snipe. I guarantee there's nobody in this fucking panel that said that. Let's ask the panel, Doc. For fucking shits and giggles, we got him here.
We did.
David, Z-Man, have you ever said that to Kickside?
Nope, not at all.
Debo, what about you?
I mean, I drink a lot on the weekends. No, no, never. But I also want to say this. Just put this in there. Okay, let's. I'm trying to be as optimistic as I possibly can. Take this 30 days the way it is, and just make sure you give them back your constructive criticism.
Do you think
I'm not kissing ass. I'm just saying. I mean, there's a lot of flaws. We all see a lot of flaws.
I know.
And it's just, I mean, no, I know you're, but I don't think, it's just like anything they roll out. They can roll something out, and real players of the game destroy it within the first 10 minutes. Now, all you have to do is read these words, and yeah, I'm sure there's somebody that sat behind a desk going, well, this is a great fucking idea. And then we read it, and we're like, oh, shit, well, here's a problem, here's a problem, here's a problem, here's a problem. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm going to hold my breath and say that, there's going to be changes in 30 days.
Well, it happened.
Because there's a lot of issues. Yeah,
we
it
broke
did.
that in 10 minutes.
And I just think, I do think that, after enough people blow them up about the tune thing, I don't think that's going to stay. I think there's going to be a lot of changes. I think this is just, they're looking at revamping the game, and they just really didn't ask anybody for their opinion before they decided to do this.
No, least of all, they didn't even ask me.
All right, let's go down. Riotcon, did Kickside ever ask you for about any of this? Did you ever ask for any of this?
Well, as you can see today, the first time I changed colors in War Commander Discord. That's how much I talk.
And those were all angry colors.
Oh yeah.
That shows you how much I talk in that. And no, they never asked me.
The big picture I don't feel is to quit the game, but I feel that they're not listening to the actual players, so they're going to lose some more. And they've been in the last 3 months, I'd have to say they're on a steady pace of losing more and more accounts.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, it's the stupidest thing about it. I know people don't play on Kickstarter's website as much as they used to, but not so long ago, 6 months to a year, that used to say about between 35 and 48,000 players online. It barely hits 30.
I still think that number is fucked up.
Oh, yeah. I still think that number is fucked up. But it's steadily dropping. And that speaks volumes.
Volumes? Look, I talked to Scooby. We had middle party conversations with Pascal. We all both know them as heavy PvPers.
Mm-hmm.
Anonymous, heavy PvPers. So on and so on. Heavy PvPers are out there, and you know what they're saying? They're idle. So they were waiting for today to make the decision what they were doing. Not one of them did I hear from today saying, "Oh man, this is awesome! PvP is back." Not a soul, not a chatter. I didn't see any one of them, any of my PvP friends, come back and say, "This is what Kickside needed to do."
I haven't seen a single positive message in regards to this.
The only true message I got, and I mean true blue comment about this is,
This
"What
is shit.
the fuck?" That's it. That's all I got. I had to ask him, "What the hell are you talking about?" He goes, "PvP notes. Did you read yet?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm reading them now." He goes, and then it comes back in capital letters. What the fuck? So I'm taking it as he's not happy.
That would be an understatement, I think.
Yeah. So here I am supposed to tell people, "Hey, PvP's back. We're supposed to do this." And I'm glad I don't work for Kickside because I'd be fired because I couldn't say that. They'd be like, "Get on here and talk about it." No, fuck you.
It's not happening. Eat a dick.
This is probably some of the worst changes they've done in a little while.
You think?
I think actually some of the worst changes is at first the 10-minute cooldown was okay, but then some of the other stuff that goes on, finding tunes in 3 minutes is a bitch. They're taking away from the old school game more and more and trying to drive it to a new direction, and I think that their biggest problem is they're driving the wrong way.
Yeah.
I think they need to go back to that old school shit, some of it. Let us fight.
If they could go anywhere near back to the old school, we might be in a better position than we are right now.
Correct.
But until somebody or something changes, that simply is not going to happen.
Correct. Now, I didn't get to ask Sandman. Sandman, have you ever asked Kickside for any of this hoopla, soup, junk, crap, or so on that you see going on right now?
No.
Okay, and Doc, I know you have never asked Kickside for a jack shit because you know you're not going to get nothing.
And there could not be anything further from the truth.
And the truth is, I'm not technically allowed to talk to Kickside, so.
Oh yeah. What is it? So, at the moment, you're Kickside bastard child, and nobody wants anything to do with you.
Correct, sir. Correct. I am actually quite proud of that fact still.
It still amuses me. I have shared damn sight worse shit to Kickside than you ever have. You got kicked out of Discord. You've been banned from the forums. You're banned from support.
You know what the sad part is? I still do as much work, if not more work now than before. I am now. I dig deeper. I dig harder. I didn't even have to dig for that bit of information that got me in trouble. It was given to me.
Yeah, it was.
And now I'm digging twice as hard to find more nitty gritty shit than I did before. So, the funny part is one of my members, and I swear to God, this member spends a lot of time trying to talk to Storm, just getting with the basic information. And they're like, as soon as I mentioned your name, he goes, "Hush." And I have to either change the subject or wait a couple days and bring up a new subject.
And try again.
And try again. And I turn around, stop mentioning my fucking name, you'll get farther. and
for the love of God, never mention me.
But what really, really irritates me is that, it's not that Storm's a bad guy. He's not. And it's not that Kickside bad people, because they're not bad people. They just don't understand what they're trying to do with the game that's people care very passionate about. Because if we didn't care passionately about it, we wouldn't be here. Simple math.
You would.
Now I'm at the verge of ready to fucking kill somebody as it is. So to make my point of view here is, Kickside, if you actually sat down with the people that have been here, fought here, worked their asses off here, and shown passion and stopped fighting with us and actually start listening to us, you probably would be making hand over fist money. Instead, you're not. And now we actually have proof of this because when Storm Chaser first came in, he actually listened to a lot of the key players. and I know a lot of players, and he really did a good job of listening and translating what they were trying to do, and we found middle ground for a while. But we burned him out. I ain't gonna lie, he got burned out. We all know it. We all seen it. He went MIA for a little while. He's coming back and still trying to handle stuff. But it's when they listen, things go a better direction. When they don't listen,
Things get fucked.
We get it like today's updates.
yeah. Now, Doc, you've been around this game now, the ups and downs. You've been around Kickside since what? Backyard Monsters, I believe.
Yep.
Now,
A
if I
long damn time.
everybody's like they're trying to kill this game. No, I don't believe they're doing that, because if they want the game over, they'll do exactly what they did to Backyard Monsters.
And just kill it.
They just shut that fucker off. No notice, no nothing. It just was a light switch off.
Yeah, they just stopped.
People went to log in and it was gone. Ladies and gentlemen, if Kickside wanted this game gone, they do it that way.
It would be gone. It would be
Kickside.
gone without warning.
So
With the length of time that it has been active, I think they'd have to say the game is. We'll stop developing for it. We'll keep it online for 6 months to a year, like they've done before with other games. But that was it, and it was gone.
So don't think they're trying to kill the game, because they are trying to work on it. But are they putting their full effort and attention into it? I don't think they are. Every time I turn around, they're pulling support from from War Commander to fix somebody else's fuck up on a different game. Hence, Swamp Thinker, Golden Doodle. CM Bernie, I think, was pulled in two different directions.
Bernie's gone.
Yeah, he's gone now, but he was being pulled in two different directions as well at the time.
Yeah, he was CM for Vega.
The point of the matter is, these guys are not allowing the key players to concentrate where they belong.
Well, Vega's pretty much gone now.
I think somebody even was saying they're going to be announcing that actually, like any time now.
Because it's been in sunset for a while.
Well, somebody said they tried to bring it back a little bit, but from what I understood, it was already they released content that was supposed to be replaced before they put it in sunset.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like information. Okay, well, let's throw this out there just because we already have it, kind of deal.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, let's see if this will bring it back. It was, we already spent the money on it, might as well fucking use it, kind of thing.
Pretty much.
So, look, when people say War Commander's dying, it is dying. Kickstarter's killing it. But they're not intentionally doing it. They're just doing it because they're not listening. Now, if this wasn't true, like I said, the light switch would be off. We wouldn't have new content, so on and so on. So be aware. Kickside needs to be really held to accountable. And when shit goes awry, you need to get into the Discord. And God, I said, don't say what I say, but go in there and communicate properly with them. And let them know this shit sucks. Don't use those words, though. You will not get anywhere. Now, I know I say this, and when I see this shit, I usually go off the handle because, well, that's me and that's my reputation. But the community sometimes does things a little better than I do. And going into Discord and saying, hey, Storm Chaser, this is awesome, not going to get you anywhere. Going in and telling them there's a glitch, not going to get you anywhere. Going in there telling them that their CC-only bases are paying out double, it's not going to get you anywhere. The point of the matter is, go in there, be objective, be truthful, because otherwise this game is not going to last, guys.
No, it's not.
Because the real players are going to keep fading away. Now,
A lot of them already have.
Debo, what are you about to do now? You're a professional farmer now?
Yeah, I'm a land farmer.
Land farmer.
No, I'll get my AK, and then I'm just gonna, play my game.
Okay. Z-Man, what about you? What are you gonna do?
What I'm doing right now, I'm farming. I'm up to $2,000 already.
Good job. Those crops must be really coming in.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
Tom, what about you?
Well, first of all, you lost your security detail. I ain't going with you until they fix PvP.
Yeah, that's all right. Okay, what else?
You're on your own.
Basically, I'm going to just take my time. I'll get the AK if I have to, but I'm not going to do much PvP.
Okay. Who the hell's left in here? God damn it. Sandman, what about yourself?
I'm gonna do a lot of killing.
Killing of what? Live bases or deads?
Dead.
Dead bases. Well, that's going to give Kickside some big prop money. You two, what are you going to do? Tell me, are you going to farm or are you going to go out and fight? Fight or farm? That's the answers. Now, hitting dead bases is counting as farming, not fighting. Just to let everybody know. Let's clarify this. YouTube, what are you going to do? By the way, I've been now doing PvP for about 30 minutes, and I already got 2,000 infamy.
That's
Uh,
how
I got
long-
1589.
Real quick to answer Gator's question, what I've noticed, and I could be wrong, so don't hold me to this. You're going to start at 100, you're going to count all the way down to 49, and then by then you should be going back up, or I'm sorry, 48 or something, and then you go back up to 49, then the next base 50, and the next base 51, and then you level out at 80 after that.
Okay, thanks for the information. CDN says going to upgrade only. Not enough incentive for 2 PvP. I already know where Black Covenant's going to. He's going to be one of those professional farmers. So he already asked me for about 100 gallons of gas. I want to tell everybody that, we got 26 days left. That's what I am going to tell you. 26 days. Storm Chaser said himself in a screenshot I was sent. Nothing's locked in stone. This is basically, well, the worded, the just his words. It's a test. It is a fucking test. So, you know what's going to make the difference? It's not the actual infamy numbers. No, that's not going to be the big difference. The infamy numbers are going to be huge no matter what. You know what it's going to be? It's going to be dollars. How much money are you spending? Well, I'll tell you what. If I hit 8K without spending a dime, which that's what it looks like I'm going to do, Kickside ain't going to be happy. There's no incentive on hitting live bases.
No, there isn't.
Nope.
So, sorry, Black Covenant, it was only 50 gallons of gas he needed. Sorry, I apologize. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, you really care about this game. And you really want this game to go for another couple of years. You got to get into that Discord. You got to tell them exactly how you feel about what's going on. Get in there and say, hey, I don't like your PvP options. I don't like your tune options. Don't go in there and say, I fucking hate everything you did. That ain't going to get us anywhere.
Correct. Don't go in there like Roy. Talk like Debo.
Actually, I can't argue with that.
Nope.
The point is, guys, if you like this game, you love this game, be honest with Kickside. Don't go in there kissing their ass like a few other people in there.
I have a suggestion for Kickside.
What's that?
If they want to learn the game, start a base from scratch. Don't give themselves all the good stuff because they don't know that.
Well, you know what? I offered this many times. I would love a few of them to join clans and play like a real player. No gold, no nothing, and play this game. I don't care if we give them one of the... hell, I got a spare base to give them.
They can have mine.
And let them play beside us in a Discord, doing what we do night after night. and let them see what we think of this game. I'd love to see that happen. Ain't going to, but I love it.
Yeah, but my point is, they make up their bases. They got the Nova, they got the Darkstorm, all leveled out right off the bat. So they didn't learn the game. They just got everything.
Correct.
They didn't struggle in the beginning to do stuff.
David says, I got 4
Yeah,
amp, but he needs gas. Hit your son up for gas money. I heard he's good for it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this note, I'm going to pull out one last question for the YouTube and for the panel.
Game sucks.
That wasn't it because I already knew that would be what it said. The question of the night, the last question of the night, is if you could fix one freaking thing right now, just one, Doc, do not say turn the lights off. If you could fix one thing in the game right now of everything they put in place, what would it be? Let's start with, you know what? Let's start with Sandman.
Fix the game, period.
That's not a very helpful thing to fix. One thing right now that they put in place today.
I can answer that.
All right, go Z-Man.
Their full update that they did today.
Well, Jesus, that's kind of everything.
Auto deploy.
Ryercon goes auto deploy. He don't like the auto deploy.
With whatever they did today, they screwed up the whole game.
I like Ryercon's auto deploy. Z-Man says everything today, just revert it. I'm going to go along with stop fucking with what I can deploy and can't deploy. Let me be in charge of it by fucking giving me all my air back. Thank you.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Since you want it right, that ain't happening.
No
Oh, yeah,
shit.
I could do one thing. I'd suggest one thing
What's that?
that would fix the game. Turn the clock back 5 fucking years.
That might be a bad idea. Debo, what about you?
All right, if I had to leave everything the way it was right now, and this new update that came out, the only thing that I think that would actually give them a fighting chance in saying it's close to being fixed would be they would definitely have to look at the infamy payout. Because I'll tell you right now, if I had 10K and you had 10K and all you're going to take off me is 100, there's no reason to play. But on that note, if you had 10K and I had 10K and I took $3,000 off you,
It's different.
Yeah, that'd be a different
Be an
ballgame.
incentive.
I would even be incented to go after your fucking base, you know.
you're damn right. And so would everybody else. So, I mean, with all the bullshit that they come out, if that one slight change happened right this second, I could see people's attitudes, mine included, changing a little bit on this update today.
Yeah, I can get that. I can get behind that. I'm going to be honest. I've been on here doing PvP for 40 minutes. I've hit 2,500 infamy, and I have not hit one fucking live base. I might have to hit the gas station.
I'm at 1889.
I actually hit a level 4.
I was just scoping out a Force base. I was kind of concerned that Harold might not take it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The bubbles, yes, staying in the bubbles is going to become a problem for sure.
Especially when you're sniping.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get shout outs and let's get the hell out of here. Let's start with I don't know who the fuck to start with tonight. I'm afraid if I believe I'm gonna blow up. Let's start with Z-Man.
Shout out to Dr. Phil for all the reading and bullshit he had to read. And to YouTube and up and panel.
Okay, good stuff. Let's go to, I guess we'll go to Debo, get it over with.
I got nothing today, man. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to Roy. Thanks for putting on the show. Shout out to Dr. Phil. Long time since I heard your voice. Everybody in YouTube and everybody who plays this game. All I can say is get your tractor out, baby.
She thinks my tractor's sexy. All right, let's go down to who the fuck is Ryacon? Yeah, that's who.
Well, thank you to the panel for having me. Thanks for you two for watching. I'd like to give a special shout out to the Venus Flytrap that's watching, Maligator. And see everybody in the future.
Okay, good stuff. Sandman, you're up.
Shout out to panel. Shout out you two. Shout out Dot and everybody else.
Okay, Doc, I'm going to go, and then you can even turn off the lights. How's that sound?
Sounds good to me.
Gixide, I'm not going to give you a shout out. I'm going to give you a kick in the ass. Stop fucking with the game and let us play. On that note, I'm going to give a shout out to all the panel for showing up, especially Debo. Knowing you, he probably got off work and just got on here. Shout out to YouTube. Well, please subscribe, like to our page and the channel, for I do not have to keep posting up shows. I am cutting back 5 pages a week, for I do not have to keep this up. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let Doc have it. I'm going to even mute and just let him go. Good luck to everybody.
The usual facts apply when I come on one of these shows. I'm a very busy man. I have a life. I have a life outside War Commander and you fuckers. But unlike some knuckle-dragging little pissants that like to spout the shit like they always do, because there's always one little dickhead trying to play the usual game, I will be here as often as I want to be. And that's the order of things, basically. I haven't used that one for a while. So I want to give a shout out to Roy, shout out to the panel, shout out to the YouTubes and all the guys that are watching and were amused by the antics this evening. You can join us on Sunday night at the usual time. I don't fucking remember what it is, and you all know what it is. So I won't be there. I'll be probably hungover. So, and I will end with the usual. Play the game the way you want to play it. If you don't like something, make them change it. Don't be a dick about it. Just get your voice out there, get your voice heard. And of course, enjoy life, the free world. Never take a moment for granted. Make the most of every day. Now fuck off. Good night.